So today, Kamala Harris has released a new economic agenda specifically for Black men, targeting the Black community. As the final weeks of the campaign come to a close, I'm sure that y'all saw last week Obama, as he's been stomping around for Kamala Harris and campaigning, he made some comments about his worries about men voting for Kamala Harris, but specifically his comments towards Black men, brought some scrutiny, brought a little heat on him in terms of the Democratic Party taking advantage and taking for granted the Black vote when the Black vote is some of the most loyal that the Democratic Party has. And so this is a good example of how making demands and standing up and putting forth public pressure really can make a difference in campaigns and just even when politicians are in office anyway, because they're elected officials. And at the end of the day, we're their bosses. So first we're going to check out this clip before we get into the details of her economic plan for Black men. We're going to check out this clip where she was on with Roland Martin, and we're gonna see what she has to say about the difference between her and Donald Trump's agenda for Black men. So let's check that out.
So there is, first of all, a danger in terms of understanding there are two choices in this election and understanding what Donald Trump intends for middle class families. Two, look at it in the context of how he actually thinks and talks about Black folks in America. And you and I have talked about this before. He is not looking out for folks when he was a landlord and would not rent to Black families.
All right, that's where it all started. That's where it all started when he was a landlord. Him and his dad, they was like, "Nah, don't give it to Black families. We gonna keep the property value up. We gonna bring them in. They're gonna drive the property value down. Can't be having that."
Sued for it when he took out a full page ad in the New York Times against those 5 teenagers, Black and Latino, who were innocent, saying they should be executed. The Central Park 5. When you look at the first Black president of the United States, and he had birther lines, and now
Yeah, exactly. And don't forget that the exonerated 5 now, but the Central Park 5, he took out an ad to say they should get the death penalty. And then when they were proven innocent, just because he's a malignant narcissist and can never admit that he's wrong or losing about anything whatsoever, he's still to this day talking about that. I think he brought that up at the debate. He was talking about that.
You look at Black immigrants, legal immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, and he gets on a debate stage and says they're eating their pets. Come on, this man is dangerous. Not to mention Roland. Let's fast forward to right now. His staff won't let him do a 6.
And again, keep in mind as well, as you know, the Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, are there for work. They're there legally. They came to work jobs and work positions that Americans don't want. So, there's that.
2 minutes interview.
Keep in mind, too, J.D. Vance, the senator of Ohio, one of the senators of Ohio, is bringing this type of hell down on his own constituents.
Every president for the last half century has done one. Anyone who's running for president. Everyone has done it except Donald Trump.
No 60 Minutes interview. The last one he did, he stormed out. And this one, even though he didn't do it, he's CBS. They should lose their license. They should be investigated. It's the biggest crime in broadcast history, says Donald Trump. But he wouldn't do it. He won't debate her, as she's listing out.
He will not debate me again.
She's going to be on Charlemagne tomorrow, and she's going to be on Fox News. Donald Trump won't go anywhere where they'll question him in any way. If he's going to be held accountable for anything, if he's going to be asked serious questions, he won't show up.
I put out my medical records. He won't put out his medical records. And you have to ask, why is his staff doing that? And it may be because they think he's just not ready and unfit and unstable and should not have that level of transparency for the American people. There's a real choice in this election.
You mentioned the Department of Education.
Yes, so there's that. Now let's go ahead and move on and move into the economic policy agenda that she put out today for Black men specifically. So we're going to check this out. All right. So first, forgivable loans and wealth creation. Harris's economic plan centers on wealth building and supporting Black entrepreneurship. Her administration would provide 1 million forgivable loans, each up to $20,000, to help Black men and others who have faced significant barriers to starting a business. By partnering with community banks and mission-driven lenders, Harris aims to make capital accessible to Black entrepreneurs looking to launch or expand businesses in fields ranging from technology to landscaping and beyond. Okay, so there we go. There's something tangible right there. It's a bunch more to this, but this is definitely a good start. Up to 1 million forgivable loans, up to $20,000 specifically aimed at Black entrepreneurs. And then also, we know that small business startup tax deduction that she's increasing from $5,000 to $50,000. She also plans to boost access to venture capital, low interest loans, and incubators specifically for Black owned businesses, recognizing that Black entrepreneurs are frequently denied credit. Harris's plan includes reforms to expand affordable banking services and crack down on hidden fees that inhibit wealth accumulation in Black communities. Pathways to high demand jobs and expanded education access. Harris's agenda promotes education, training, and mentorship programs to equip Black men with the skills needed to succeed in high demand fields. So this is good, definitely, because our education system is greatly outdated and doesn't prepare people for not only the modern job market, but the future job market and where things are going. Her plan emphasizes registered apprenticeships and credentialing programs, which would provide hands on training for jobs in sectors like cybersecurity, renewable energy, and healthcare. She also seeks to eliminate unnecessary college degree requirements for 500,000 federal jobs. That's a huge thing that gets in the way. Oftentimes people don't pursue a higher education or don't finish because they can't afford it. Maybe they don't know exactly what they'd like to pursue. Nonetheless, they have plenty of talent, plenty of skills, and applicable skills to jobs, but because they didn't finish school, they don't qualify. So that's definitely a good area there. To increase the representation of Black male teachers, a crucial role model for young Black students, Harris plans to invest in teacher training programs through the Department of Education. Department of Education, which Republicans, and specifically the 2025 agenda, but they want to get rid of that. By collaborating with HBCUs and MSIs, the Democratic presidential nominee hopes to build a pipeline for Black male educators, addressing the severe underrepresentation of this profession, where only 1% of teachers are Black men. Research has shown that Black students benefit academically and socially when they have Black male teachers, yet structural barriers have prevented many from entering the field. She also supports the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program to attract and retain Black male teachers. Financial protections in the digital economy. Harris's plan includes protections for Black men who invest in cryptocurrency and other digital assets. I just always laugh when I listen to anything about cryptocurrency, acknowledging that over 20% of Black Americans have owned these assets. But again, people are into it, and it is another form of currency. Among her goals is establishing a regulatory framework to safeguard digital investments. Health equity and addressing medical debt. Health equity remains a cornerstone of Harris's agenda. She has introduced a national health equity initiative focused on Black men, which would address high rates of chronic diseases like diabetes, prostate cancer, and sickle cell disease. Harris proposes capping insulin costs at $35 per month, which it's already there, and limiting out of pocket expenses on prescription drugs to $2,000 annually. Additionally, she would expand funding for sickle cell research and build a national database to improve prevention and treatment to tackle the burden of medical debt, which disproportionately affects Black men. Harris proposes removing medical debt from credit reports. Awesome. That's great. And working with states to relieve outstanding medical debt. Conservative judges going to be like, no, that's definitely going to get battled in court, but definitely a good place to start and go forward with. That would help out with credit. Criminal justice reform and economic opportunities in legal cannabis. The vice president has also committed to legalizing recreational marijuana at the federal level, which he argues will reduce incarceration rates for Black men and create economic opportunities in the emerging cannabis industry. Absolutely. By working with Congress to ensure the safe cultivation, distribution, and possession of marijuana, Harris would remove longstanding barriers that have disproportionately impacted Black men. And and as we talk about here all the time, and as y'all well know, in addition to uh, shaving off the rate of people in prison for nonviolent crimes, there's so much money to be made off of these legal weed businesses, and many taxes to be collected from it, which can pay for the things that we need in society. Affordable housing, home ownership, and financial literacy. Harris further proposes building 3 million affordable housing units during her first term to address the housing crisis. She would offer up to $25,000 in down payment assistance for first time home buyers, aiming to triple the number of new Black homeowners annually by the end of her term. So there's looking to triple the number of new Black homeowners by the end of her term. So there's that. Let's see. Community events. Okay, yeah. So they're just getting people involved in communities, helping to ramp up education and involvement. And then here we go with Trump's agenda, which wants to first and foremost get rid of the Department of Education, which we covered some of this stuff up here with loans. Reinstating stop and frisk practices, cutting funding for urban education, eliminating critical programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, which many Black families rely on. And not only do Black families rely on that, but I mean, millions of Americans across the country rely on that. And anytime Republicans talk about cutting those things, it don't matter. Republican voters are like, oh, no, the hell you're not, because people need these things. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna close out with this. I'm sure that y'all saw this over the weekend where Trump was like, "You want the Black person or do you want the white person?" So yeah, hold on. Let me make sure I got this up. All right, yeah, we're gonna check this out real quick.
Would you rather have the Black president or the white president who got 1.7 billion off the price? I think they want the white guy right now.
Right now, they want the white guy. Would you rather have the Black person or the white person? Again, you just, this is very reflective of his thinking and how he views the world, but he didn't need to say this at all. But of course he did, because he's a 78-year-old racist, and his time is coming to an end. Hey now, thank you so much for tuning in here at Politics and Paper. If you like what I do and you support my work, go ahead and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it, and really helps to support what we do here.